Hello and thanks for joining us for this PM edition of our daily video. Yes, we are shooting this just following Merrick Garland's news conference and statement. And this is kind of where we are right now. First of all, it is untrue and inaccurate when Trump supporters and GOP cultists say that this was some kind of brutal, reckless Gestapo raid. It was anything but that. As a matter of fact, it was done in an uncommonly civil and cooperative way. It was not done at the crack of dawn. They were not wearing FBI jackets. Everybody had on casual clothes, and the attempt was to low-key this as much as possible. In fact, from the standpoint of the FBI and the DOJ, the attempt was not to let anybody know in the first place. Okay? And that would have been possible, but that's not the choice that the former president made. It was he who elected to go public with this. Now understand, he has every right here as an American citizen. And you heard Merrick Garland say that DOJ is going to ask a judge, and in fact has already asked a federal judge, to unseal both the warrant and the property receipt listing what was taken from the club and from the residence. Understand, Donald Trump doesn't have to wait for that. He has his rights as an American citizen. And he could release this information anytime he wanted to, including 10 minutes ago. It was Donald Trump who chose on Monday to disclose this. So he's kind of been the only voice we've been hearing right now, and still Merrick Garland is standing with the basic premise of we're not going to comment on an active, ongoing investigation. But he has kind of put the former president in check, if this is a chess game. Because remember when Donald Trump famously said back in 2016, only guilty people take the fifth? Well, I mean, you know, if you're not uncomfortable, why would you object to releasing and unsealing the warrant and the receipt? Okay? And again, Trump could do this right now if he wanted to. But if he declines, and I got $10 that says he'll decline, what does that say? A couple of other things. I don't know that I've ever been more appalled throughout this entire sorry mess dating back for 5 years. The violence that once again is being proposed, and this time being directed at the Department of Justice and FBI agents. And once again, we're seeing this same group of people saying that violence is justified. And what my question to them is, what are you angry about? What wrongdoing has occurred here? What was done improperly by the FBI or by the Department of Justice? What exactly? You're mad because you're in a fit of pique, because your demagogue is being attacked, but from a procedural standpoint, what in the world have they done wrong, and what in the world would ever justify the suggestion of violence? And it really is in a way kind of a repeat of Jan 6, because we have lawless people who have no commitment to our system threatening violence and doing so and trying to couch it in terms of nobility and patriotism. No, that's being a thug. And this other notion, you better be able to back these things up. What's the one thing in all of these wild allegations throughout the complete Trump tenure and administration? All the conspiracy theories, all of the wild allegations, all the attempts to portray himself as a victim and he's being persecuted. What's the one thing that's never attached with this stuff? Evidence. And it's 100% consistent. Stop the steal, the election was rigged. Where's the evidence? And it's almost like a Saturday Night Live parody. Evidence? We don't need no stinking evidence. Because they truly think they never need stinking evidence. And we are an evidence-based society and legal system. Where's the evidence? And you know what it always comes back to? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. You know the election was rigged. Why? Where's the evidence? And this latest allegation, and it was so predictable, that somehow materials were planted by the FBI and DOJ. Where's the evidence? Where is how can you make an accusation like that with nothing to back it up? And it's a pattern they followed from the beginning. They make a wild allegation and then try to make other people prove a negative, prove they didn't do it. That's not the way this works. That's not the way this works. You cannot put somebody in the position or attempt to put somebody in the position of having to prove a negative. All right, big boy, you say this election was stolen? Where's the evidence? You're now saying that materials were planted? Where's the evidence? And it's these people who are falsely, you want a false flag? These people who are falsely parading under the American flag, they're phonies and they're dangerous. And in any way suggesting or attempting to justify violence here is unacceptable. And again, here's my challenge to you, cultists. Tell me specifically what you're pissed off about. Tell me specifically how Trump or anybody else was wronged here. Tell me exactly where the DOJ or the FBI messed up and that they weren't doing that. Tell me specifically what your allegations are and back them up. And yes, it requires evidence. We are radically rational.